If we want to talk about why I really left you, should we talk about you paid $500 to...
Ooh, pregnant whore doesn't sound so bad now. And $500? That's it?
That's a
I have screenshots. I have the screenshots.
Sophie's friend Kay came out on that tell-all stage and lit a fire.
Rob, at the end of the day, we all know who the gay one is.
And this episode airing on national TV is like pouring gasoline all on it. Rob denies being involved in sex work. Instead, he claims a man reached out to him offering money to give him oral sex.
And he offered me $5,000.
It was $500.
It was $5,000.
It was
I would not even.
Is that him confirming it?
I would not even.
Oh, snap.
I just want to know, because I've never done it. I want to know where you're getting.
Okay, you know that.
I've never done prostitution.
Lie.
No, seriously.
Wow. This is a life changer right here. Let's talk about it.
It's Malicia.
Y'all, I am floored. We need a moment. This tell-all, I think, goes down in tell-all history. Forget just 90 Day. Jasmine reveals she's pregnant with her side piece's baby.
Yeah, and you're a pregnant whore.
Throws a shoe at Rob that ends up on top of a New York City building. Meanwhile, her husband is also calling her a whore.
Jasmine's a hoe. Jasmine is a hoe.
And now Rob's wife, Sophie Sierra, seemingly just outed him in front of the world. And not only that, she's saying,
You're a gay prostitute.
how are you? I hope wherever you are in the world, you are good. I'm glad you're here.
Can I?
Nothing else that happened this episode even matters. Yeah, we got to see Gino's head that he's always hiding for a minute. It looks like he finally shaved the back too. I like it. And Josh revealed he's dating Elizabeth's sister. But who really cares? After what Sophie said, who really cares? Some of you might. And for those of you who do, I'll give you a mini recap at the end. But man, we have to get into Sophie's shocking revelation.
Please welcome Sophie's friend, Kay.
First of all, Rob looks surprised that Kay is even there.
I've not seen you with your haircut yet. It's different.
Is that her way of saying it looks nice? Quick backstory to make sure everyone is in the loop. The first time we were introduced to Kay is after Sophie and Rob got married and moved to Austin, Texas. Sophie says she met her on social media. Since we've met her, Kay has never been a fan of Rob. She says it's because of the way he treats Sophie. Sophie eventually moved in with Kay, and at one point Rob became so upset Sophie wasn't coming home that he went to Kay's house to end their relationship and ended up getting into an explosive argument with Kay.
This is between me and my wife, and you're not a part of our relationship as much as you think you are. Don't worry about
her for this breakup when it's been you this whole time.
Whoa.
No, I am shaking because I am sick of you.
Yeah, intense. And it's been easy to believe that Sophie and Kay might have something more going on. Not saying it's true, but with Sophie being bisexual and not wanting to go home, and Kay saying things like this.
If I could have the perfect world, Rob would be out there and it'd be me and Sophie forever. I'd marry her, I'd do whatever I need. Like, that's my bitch.
It naturally raises questions. And side note, I don't think Kay even knew Sophie for a year at that point. Kay goes very hard for her friend Sophie, as we're about to see again. Back to the tell-all, Sean asks Kay how she feels about Sophie and Rob going to therapy at the last resort to work on their marriage.
She's never been in therapy. I've been in therapy my whole life. And then I was like, it's going to be a very good opportunity for you to be able to hear the things that you need to work on as well, on top of what Rob needs to work on.
Her answer felt very grounded and mature. But the heat starts to turn up when she's asked if she wanted their relationship to work. And she says no, because they're going to go back to the same miserable, toxic patterns that they've been in before.
And it definitely would be that with a friend like you telling her that that's what it would be.
That's not how I am. I'm over the whole villain era. I'm not a bitch.
Yeah, I think the jury is still out on that one, in my opinion. Rob responds by basically telling Kay she's the one who made people think she's the villain with her own words and actions. And she insinuated that he at least gave people the idea that she's the enemy by suggesting she and Sophie were getting intimate when we first met Kay on Happily Ever After Season 8. Sean goes on to ask Rob again if he thinks anything sexual went down between Sophie and Kay. He says,
I don't know.
Rob, come on, you know damn well does not play. Even if she was bi, doesn't mean instantly, you know, but she's straight, but no. He knows full well nothing has ever happened.
I agree with what Sophie said in regard to being bi, but I think Rob's answer was honest. How is he supposed to know? He wasn't living in the house with Kay and Sophie.
Have y'all never seen a good friend? Like, I'm just a really good friend. Like, my friends are like the other half of my soul.
Is that healthy?
Like, if she is going into a war, I'm going to prepare and go in there with her.
In my opinion, being a good friend isn't always matching the energy your friend is on, especially when it comes to delicate situations. That version of being a ride or die was cute when we were younger, but as adults, we have so much more to lose. You can tell loyalty is really important to Kay, and I respect that. But if you ask me, it seems as if she's trying too hard to be a good friend. Just relax. Relax into it. Her intense reactions add more chaos to her friend's life, in my opinion.
Like, it's not like
you and that energy going into war. This was me and my wife working on our marriage, so you don't need to do anything.
Kay goes on to say, we haven't seen the true Rob and how bad arguments can get with him.
I have actual video evidence of the way you acted.
Then Rob's bestie, Josh, tries to hop in.
Why are you the judge?
And his ears get called out.
Aww,
they went to a resort.
You take up for your friend. That's so sweet.
To try and fix their marriage, and you're the problem.
Josh, you better shut the up. Please put your little Dumbo ears back and shut up.
Here, Dumbo.
I couldn't help but laugh. Sorry to anyone who has ever been teased about their ears. Remember, Dumbo flew, okay?
Dumbo!
He has special abilities. Whew, I just didn't expect her to say that. She has a mouthpiece on her. That was quick. She is quick at the mouth. And what she says next leads to a moment that I would assume has changed Sophie and Rob's life forever.
You're the problem.
But here comes your little freak buddy.
Super freak! Super freak!
Not his little freak buddy.
Rob, at the end of the day, we all know who the gay one is, so please just leave me alone.
Who is the gay?
Jasmine is probably jumping for joy right now inside because she knows where this is headed.
See what I mean? Like, that is like, what is that?
Now I'm wondering, did Rob say something and they cut it out? Because as a viewer, to me, this is about to go from 50 to 100 to 1,000 so fast.
You want to talk about this? Should we talk about you?
Paid $500 to...
Nobody's ever done that.
Gino said, what? Is it just me or did it feel like Sophie turned into Kay a little bit? Even in her facial expressions.
Should we talk about you? Paid $500 to...
Whew. Energy is contagious for real. But we are not powerless. We have the choice to match it, to shape it, or to step away from it. In this case, it's looking like Sophie matched it. Clearly, she's been protecting Rob by holding that in, if it's true. But they've been at this tell-all for how long now? And Sophie and Rob already had a moment in the hot seat. It just makes me wonder, did Sophie plan to reveal this when Kay came out? Because obviously she knew her friend was there. Or if this was spur of the moment. I just don't understand how on the same tell-all stage and the same outfits, if not the day, just the day before, Sophie was showing Rob her new boobs. They were laughing and vibing, talking about sleeping together after they had a great time at Disneyland.
The minute I'm upset, I'm like, I need to call Rob.
And I'm thinking, wow, they might be toxic romantically, but they seem to have a genuine friendship. Well, I take that back. To me, Sophie pulled a worst enemy move.
I have screenshots. I have screenshots from... I have to see some screenshots.
You have screenshots of some random gay dude getting out.
Especially considering how she's someone who knows how vulnerable it is to share your truth like that. She was so nervous to reveal her own sexuality to her mom and Rob ahead of their wedding when she first joined the show.
You are so full of it.
Now, let me be clear. We've seen some of the hurtful and wild things Rob has said or done to Sophie. It's extremely unfortunate that she had to experience that from someone she called her husband. And I'm not saying she's wrong for speaking her truth here if what she's saying is true and it happened while they were together. I can only imagine the shock, the pain, the betrayal. And I get being tired of someone looking better than they actually are while you sit on what you know. But outing him in a moment of anger on national TV, that's more than messy. It's life-altering, and it changes everything. And let me say this, I'm not putting blame on Sophie, because if this is true and Rob has been moving in this world with secrets, I mean, what you do in the dark eventually comes to light. That is what you risk when you're moving in secrecy. But like I was saying, that moment of anger changed everything. And maybe Sophie was ready for that change. But I'm curious, if she could go back, would she say it again?
You think I for money?
Is the screenshot a lie?
A screenshot of what? Of some random person sending me some?
I don't want to address it, but we can address it.
Leave it, drop it.
Yeah, just... Dog. Oh my God.
It's not true, don't worry.
Is Gino talking to us? How does he know? Fast forward.
No, I'm sick of it!
That.
Show people everything!
Kay ends up triggering her own friend. Look at Sophie's face. Apparently, she has a panic attack the moment she exits the stage.
Attention, attention, attention. Breathe, it's fine, it's fine.
No!
Oh, I know, it's triggering, it is triggering. It's gonna make us worse. Don't, just stop, it's okay, it's okay.
Kay, you've been in therapy your whole life, girl. Bring out the tools. You know, I hate to call her intense because she's probably heard that a lot. And people who are naturally intense often get labeled that in a way that feels shaming, like something is wrong with their power, their energy. But in my opinion, intensity on its own isn't a bad thing. But I do think there is something to be said about how that intensity is channeled.
I'm not saying Rob is the freaking devil. He's not.
She sure is acting like it.
It's triggering for me because I want to step in and take over.
Well, she kind of did that.
He cannot keep doing this! I'm sick of it.
This moment for me didn't look like a ride or die friendship. You're coming on a show that your friend is casted on. Whether you are triggered or not, you're there to support Sophie, not have a meltdown. And I get it, none of us are perfect. But if you ask me, this relationship between Sophie and Kay seems to have some of the same red flags as Sophie and Rob's relationship. Volatility and blurred boundaries, which equals a lack of emotional safety.
Don't let the gay prostitute thing trigger you because she's going to continue to say that. So just talk about your feelings.
Meanwhile, Josh is playing publicist, trying to coach Rob on how to respond to Sophie's accusations.
Every time he tries to say I'm just gonna say about you're a gay prostitute.
Damn. The cast takes a break and Sophie asks Rob if he can talk. To my surprise, he said sure. And I wonder if that's something he regrets now.
I think it's up how you acted towards me. I did feel like you crossed a boundary.
Did we miss something? Is the boundary she's talking about him saying he doesn't know if she's slept with Kay or not?
You saw somebody hit me up asking me to he my first of all, so I'm not out here money.
But he asked my and he offered me $5,000.
It was $500.
It was $5,000.
It was
I would not even.
And
It doesn't matter because I haven't done anything. Rob, I am talking about you really like you keep trying to make it sound like I've ever done prostitution when I haven't.
I just want to know, because I've never done it, I want to know where you're getting...
Okay, you have done it.
I've never done prostitution.
All right,
No, seriously.
I wonder how Rob prepared for this episode. And let me say this, in my opinion, if Rob is bisexual, that's not the issue. Sexual orientation isn't the problem here, but what does stand out is this pattern we've seen around his relationship with sex.
He's been getting like disgusting videos from other women and like asking for just like nudes, and like the videos are disgusting.
I don't want to speculate too deeply, especially because I want to be mindful of those of you who are watching. But it does raise a question about whether Rob has a healthy or grounded relationship with sex. Sophie has talked about catching him cheating, finding him on these sites, and even the way he's responded when she's confronted him.
You've hurt me again, bro.
I've been trying to be perfect, but I'm not perfect, man. I'm not.
I'm no expert on this, but I think it's clear that when sexual behavior starts consistently damaging your relationships, violating trust, and hiding in secrecy, that's not about attraction anymore. That's something deeper. I don't know if there's something in his past that has shaped his relationship with sex in a harmful way, but I do hope at the very least, after all of this, that he gets to explore that for himself. And again, because I want to take care of you and I want to take care of your hearts, if any of this hits close to home for you, just know you deserve safety, clarity, and healing around your own experiences too. And I send you so much love. I know this is a very sensitive topic.
She's beautiful. Hopefully it will work out. I wish you much more than I had with him. Hopefully.
I love this, Natalie.
Speaking of healing, Natalie is showing some growth, even if it's just a little bit. I was really impressed by her reaction to the news that Josh has been dating Elizabeth's sister, Jen, who did not hesitate to be shady toward her. When asked how she feels about what went down between Natalie and Josh on the show.
Clearly the guy is not into you. Like, hello. It was never going to be creating a family with Josh and having his kids. Like, I mean, if she didn't know that, she's, crazy.
Some might call that honest. I think it was kind of mean. All right, next week, Jasmine's baby daddy, Matt, and her husband, Gino, face off.
Hey, dickhead, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth, senior citizen.
Senior citizen? Matt needs to leave the insults at home if he's gonna come with that. All right, 90 Day Fans fam. That's my take on the episode. Let me know yours. I'll see you next time.